welcome back to Wellness Wednesdays. This is my video for every Wednesday to post and share with you some healthy, mindful tips, some self love, some self care, empowerment, you name it. This is for you every Wednesday on my channel. I'm going to do my best to post every Wednesday, but that is the goal. So today I want to talk about turning pain into power. How beautiful is that? I have notes here, so I'm going to be taking a look at that if I do look down, so don't mind that. But turning pain into power is such an easy thing to do, but can be also hard at the same time. It's hard when you're not ready to accept what has happened. That's the first step in turning pain into power is acceptance. It's accepting your pain and it's understanding that I'm just going through something right now, that I'm dealing with hurt, loss, heartbreak. I'm anxious, I'm tired, I'm sad. It's accepting what is. And the emotions that come with that is natural and normal. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to have grief. It's okay to feel lost. It is okay. Everybody goes through it. Some people on more extreme cases than others. Some folks look like they're dealing with nothing. But I promise you, everyone is dealing with something. Once you accept what has happened, you accept how you feel about it, you can then move to heal. Because healing starts when you have identified what needs to be healed. I'm going to say that again. Healing begins when you identify what needs to be healed. Identifying what needs to help you heal is the next step. Learn from your experience. What lessons are you learning in this process? What is this season trying to tell you? What lesson are you learning in this situation? Grief, loss, hurt. What lesson can be learned from it? Is it something that you can learn to be patient, to have emotional intelligence, to regulate your emotions? What is it? So reflect on what has happened and reflect on the emotions that were brought up during this time. Identify those challenges or emotions. Did someone not follow through with what they said they were going to do? Did someone leave you high and dry? Did you lose someone? All acceptable, meaningful reasons to need healing. Once you've identified those challenges or those emotions, what lessons or insight can you also learn from that? To not put all your trust in one person, to give yourself more time, to spend more time with your family, friends, and loved ones, to go to therapy, to learn to regulate your emotions, to create more boundaries. What is it? How do you identify some insight? How can you identify the lessons? By stepping outside of yourself, the woe is me, let that go and ask yourself, how did I contribute? Ask yourself, how can I overcome? We can't change what happens in our life. We can't change the circumstances, but we can change how we react. We can change how we feel. We can change how we communicate. There's so many things that we can do once things happen to us. We can't control the outside world, but we can certainly control ourselves. And that is what's most important. That's part of changing pain into power, is because we can't change the pain, but we can change what the pain does to us. We can change how pain creates our narrative. We can change how pain creates our future. We can't change the past, but we can certainly change the future because it hasn't happened yet. And you can make the future anything you want it to be. You just have to believe that. So after you've learned parts of your experience that need some healing, how can you set some goals to achieve healing? How do you overcome those limitations? By setting goals. Like what? Better coping mechanisms when you're going through loss or grief, self-care activities when you feel down and low about yourself. How do you nurture yourself? How do you love on yourself? How do you uplift yourself? What goals can you set to do that? Is that taking a walk? Maybe setting up some time to speak with a therapist. Maybe that's letting go of bad habits, old habits, leaving toxic relationships and partnerships, letting go of that friendship that has been around for way too long. Is it setting boundaries, setting new standards about yourself and about your life? How do you want to show up every day? What does he or she look like? How do they dress? How do they talk? How do they walk? The restaurants they eat at, the music they listen to, the podcasts they listen to, the people they follow on Instagram. What goals can you set to change those circumstances so that you can change you? When you're going through challenges, what do you feed yourself? What goal can you set? The next time I go through something, instead of crashing out, I'm going to take a notebook and I'm going to write down my feelings. I'm going to call my therapist and I'm going to talk to them about what is going on because, baby, before I do something crazy, I want to talk about, am I crazy? How do you romanticize your life when you feel down, when you feel lost, when you feel alone? What goals can you set in your life to make your life feel more fulfilling? Some things that I do in my life, I romanticize things like I play music all the time. When I'm getting dressed, when it's time for me to go somewhere, let me turn on my music so that when I'm showering, I can listen to some good music. I'm doing my skincare, I'm listening to some good music. I'm trying on my outfits, preparing to get ready for the day. I'm dancing in the mirror. I'm singing along. And these are just uplifting songs as well. I have a playlist, a personal playlist. I would show you, but it's on my phone and my phone is recording right now. But creating a playlist of uplifting and motivational songs for yourself. Let me know if you want me to share my link. I'll share that with you. Leave that down below in the comments and I'll share my link to my playlist, my self-love playlist that I created. But after you set those goals, the most important thing that you set are boundaries and standards. Because once you identify the boundaries and the standards that you want to uphold in your life, it changes everything. I no longer want to shop at Forever 21. This is an example. I no longer want to shop at Forever 21. I'm going to start shopping at Express. One small decision made, but already your style has been elevated to from fast fashion to business casual. When you start saying, I don't want to go to the club anymore because I just keep running into the same old tired, toxic men. Instead, I'm going to go to a tech event. Instead, I'm going to go to a conference. Instead, I'm going to go to a happy hour because that is where I'm going to find a man that I'm more interested in, that I'm more aligned with. Those are small examples that could make huge changes in your life. Instead of being this person that's loud and ghetto and rah rah when somebody gets me upset because I need to show them, learn how to calm yourself. Learn how to channel your emotions and regulate them. Because honestly, baby, when you let those emotions get the best of you, so does the situation. And so does all of the healing you put in. Because now you're reverting back to what was instead of what is. And once you set these standards and boundaries, live by them every day and don't feel bad for the changes you made. When you set those boundaries and those standards, sometimes shit starts to change. Excuse my French. Things start to change. Your friends will notice. Your family may notice. Your job, you'll notice. You might end up going through more loss. You may have to let go of more things. And you may have to heal from new things. But the main point is you're learning how to handle it all, turning pain into power, your power, your power. And my last and final point is inspire others. How do you inspire others through your own healing journey? By just healing. I'm not saying you have to step out there and you got to get on a podium and you have to talk about your life experiences, create a YouTube channel, create a YouTube video like this one. But you can inspire others by just living your life, by showing others, yeah, I went through something, but I also overcame too. Yeah, I lost something, but I also gained too power, self awareness, worthiness, love, confidence. Those are all the things that I've gained. Yeah, I may not look like how I did a few years ago, but baby, I look better. I feel better. I sound better. I talk better. I live better. Positive things are showing up in my life because I am pouring positivity back into me. When you realize you're the catalyst for the change in your life, you can turn your pain into power at any moment in time. Nothing will be too hard for you. And it's not to say you won't go through challenges and you won't go through other things that will be hard in your life, but the tools that you're creating now will help you navigate through every new journey. You have to believe that. You have to put in the work, but you can certainly do it. Turning pain into power is not as hard as you think. The hardest part is getting out of your own way. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will catch you guys next week. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, hit that post bell notification so you're updated every time I upload a new video. And as always, thank you guys so much for supporting my channel and liking, subscribing. You guys mean so much to me, and you guys are helping me on my healing journey as well. We're all healing from something, and this is healing by putting this out there to you guys. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you next time. Bye.